Lauren, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Billy Cody, welcome in. Billy Cody, how's baby Dennis doing? We'll begin in a couple of minutes. Welcome in, everybody. We have to pour the tea. He's doing good talking away, trying to get him to sleep. Oh, he's doing a lot of chatting. Lauren, so what I've done is since 2011, I put away for my each of my paychecks. I put away money into my 403b, which is like a 401k but for teachers. And I've been putting away ever since 2011. And I've got a certain amount that I have where I can pull from. I can take a loan out for myself, and then I use that money. That's the big trip. So I can use that money. I usually get it around this time, and I start putting in deposits for Airbnbs, and then I'll usually buy my airplane tickets around this time because they're a lot cheaper. And then I start paying them off gradually until the end of the summer, or not the end of the summer, the beginning of the summer. So usually by the beginning of the summer, everything's paid off. Um, and then little trips like Colorado, because Colorado to California, if you use Frontier Airlines, it's really cheap. It's about $200. And then my friend has a room where I stay in, so that's for free. And then Seattle, I usually buy my things in advance because it's a lot cheaper. For Amtrak, when I went on that one train trip, I bought that back in August, and I got the ticket. It's a one-way ticket for a roomette for 600. If you get it closer to the date that you want to go, it's a little bit more expensive. I think I've seen them as high as 800. But a lot of it is this account that I have that I draw money from, and then I pay it back over the year. Like my when did I go? When I went to Italy, so it takes me a year to pay it off, and then once I pay it off, um, yeah, planning trips in advance really helps because with Airbnb, what you can do, so for like, if you go to Europe, if you want to plan a trip to Europe in the summertime, now is the time to do it because you can get a week long Airbnb for about $1,000, but you only have to put down a deposit of like $200, and then you can save it, and then the next installment isn't until the month before you go. So a lot of times, for instance, what I'll do is, like me and my friend, we're planning a trip to Spain. We want to go to one of the islands there. I forgot what it is, but they have this really nice Airbnb for $1,000. It's about $1,200, and plus it's cheaper over there too. So it's about $1,200 for a week. You could put down $200 for the down payment, and then you don't have to have the money until the month before. So around May is when they'll take the rest of the money. And then if you invite a friend or somebody, it's a lot cheaper because it's two people. Two people. Um, Same with the airfares to Europe. If you get in advance, it's a lot easier. I know Priceline and a lot more airliners are going with those where you pay in installments. I forgot what the the name of those places are, but Frontier has it. If you go on Frontier's really good. It's very basic. You know, you're gonna get jostled around a little bit, but it's pretty cheap. And you can go to like a lot of fun places. That's how I do my air travel. Um, that's a lot of fun. I think they do. Yeah, I think with Frontier you can do one carry on, and then after that you pay. But I may be wrong on that. I can't remember. Yeah, I think the carry on is you get one personal item, but they're real like, you know, real small. Hey Barbie, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. So let me see. Last year, let me see, in January. So my big trip, my usual year trip, this year I went to Croatia. Hey Shelby, welcome in. And then I'll do little trips like from here to in California. Me and my cousin, we go to Las Vegas, but she does. She loves to gamble, so she gets a lot of those like comps for rooms. So if we if we want to go to a concert, I'll get the concert tickets, and then she'll comp the room. So I'll save money there. These little like when I went to Denver, I paid for my airplane ticket, but my friend, she's got a room, and her and her boyfriend have an extra room, so I go there. We just get breakfast, you know, lunch and dinner. Um, Let me see. January, what did I do? Where else have I been? I think that's it. So maybe like 2 or 3 places so far. Hey, Carrie Lindsay, welcome in. Stacy, welcome in. Yeah, like 2 or 3 places. Um, that's probably all I'll go to. Last year I went to Spain at this time. That one was really cheap because I bought the tickets in August of last year. So like for instance, if you want to go to Spain, you could probably find like round trip for like $500 or $600 from, well, I found it from LA to Spain. LA to Spain is direct. So I got that one. That one was about $600 after taxes and everything. Um, yeah, you buy in advance. You really buy in it. If you buy like far enough in advance, you can find really good deals still. Mexi Pino, welcome in. It's not as hey Georgia Peach. It's not out of yeah. If you do the research, it's not as out. It's not as out of touch or out of grasp as you think. So it'll be fun. Alrighty, friends. Let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna get started with a dance with Santa Claus. Lauren, were you thinking of going anywhere? A dance with Santa Claus. This is a new one. I purchased this one at Barnes and Nobles on always. I love it. That's a really cute end page. We love a good end page. A dance with Santa Claus. Now everybody's rushing towards Christmas Eve. Now everybody's rushing towards Christmas Eve. We love a good mood in children's literature. But I'm quietly waiting. I've got to believe it's not about presents. No, here's the cause. So we have a little rabbit friend here, little string lights. I just want to dance with Santa Claus. Aw, that's all he wants. He just wants to dance with Santa Claus. Oh, I know that he is busy, but he's oh so jolly. We could deck all the halls with Buddy Holly. Deck the halls with Buddy Holly. Isn't that funny? So I wrote him a list. It says only one thing. Dear Santa, can we dance the rock and roll swing? Please, please, can we dance the rock and roll swing? Aw. The rock and roll swing. We may only get to dance for a minute or two. Then we'll both shake hands and we'll say Merry Christmas to you. These are really fun pictures in here. Dark blues. And the reindeer above will maybe stomp their applause. You can keep all the toys. I'll be happy because I just want to dance with Santa Claus. There's our little rabbit friend there in the window. A nice cozy little window while it's snowing outside. Hey, Slushy Beverage, welcome back. Ho ho, I know I'm gonna dance with Santa Claus. That's the one wish. I love these colored backgrounds, these oranges and yellows. Some of them had the blues in the back. Well, everybody's sleeping now on Christmas Eve. I'm putting on my dance shoes. I really believe. It's not about presents. No, it never was. I just want to dance with Santa Claus right now. Aw. Kerthump. Hello, hello. Ready? Ready? Let's dance. Oh, yes. That's a cute little chimney with the stockings there. The stockings hung with care. Ho, ho, ho. I think this is supposed to be a song. Now, we only got to dance for a minute or two. Then we both shook hands and we said, Merry Christmas to you. I love a good silhouette. A good silhouette. You can have all the toys. I don't need them because it's the very best Christmas that there ever was. I just got to dance with Santa Claus. Yes, I just got to dance with Santa Claus. Cute little string lights. He got places to go on the sky riding sleigh, and I watched through the window and they're flying away. Flying away. Flying away. But I'm always going to have that memory. Santa just wanted to dance with me. Santa just wanted to dance with me. Santa just wanted to dance. The end. A good way to start the live. A dance with Santa Claus. That was a cute one. That was a cute one. Let's go ahead and take a vote. 1 out of 10. Good way to start the live. Hey, Whitweed, welcome in. It's on a song performed by, Zoe Deschanel. Oh, I didn't know that, Lauren. I was reading it like a book. I was wondering why, I was a little confused while I was reading it. I didn't know what I was doing. Oh, you Googled it? I love it. A Dance with Santa Claus by Sandra. It was cute. I like the words to it, but I was like, there's something off about this story. I know, right? The only thing is that The musical notes down here at the bottom, I kind of thought, oh, maybe this is a song or something. But it's cute though. It's a good way to start, kind of plunge into the nightly read alouds. Okay, I'm gonna look it up because I want to see what that's all about. All right, tomorrow is Project Wednesday. You will be making holiday wreaths. You will be making holiday wreaths. Look at that beautiful glitter. Let's just take a moment to see look at how that glitter shines. It's not pretty. So what we did is we took this wreath and we dipped it. We sprayed adhesive on it and then we glittered it. We used which glitter? Oh, we used this glitter. This gold and red. It's got like a warm tone to it. Then we got the little presents and we hot glue gunned them on there. And then we wrapped the little lights around it. Earlier today we were thinking when we were talking to the East Coast. So what we're gonna do is we're going to get a little cutout, a template. Earlier today, the East Coast feed, they want to do a Grinch colored styled wreath. So we're getting a little Grinch template like that. Cut it out, color it, glitter it, and then put it either here on the center or we can hang it from the wreath. Isn't that pretty, Mindy? You can get all the materials at Michael's. We can also get we do have our metallic. We have worked with metallics before, gold and silver. We have our silver metallics. We also have our pink metallics. We could spray the wreath first, that color. And then if you want to do like a gold or if you want to do an all white, like a shimmery white, we could do that as well. So I want you guys to be thinking about what colors you want to use. Mañana. We're going to hang this one up here. Look at how pretty our tree looks. Let's just take a moment. Yeah, Mindy, very festive, isn't it? Let's just take a moment to appreciate the Christmas tree. Christmas goes by so fast. The holidays, once Thanksgiving comes, it's the countdown. Less than 25 days before Christmas, and then we have to take everything down again. The holidays are over. Fall is over, autumn is over, all the festivities, but I can say with a clear conscience that starting August 22nd, we started with fall and then we did all the holidays. So yeah, isn't that a cute one? Especially the music in the background. Lauren, right? It's not even December, but we have to capture the moment. We need to capture the moment and make memories. All right, let's go ahead and dig in the stacks. We've got slim pickings when it comes to new, fresh titles. So we can't be really choosy as to what we read. We can't be really choosy on what we choose to read because I have to go back to the library and do a library haul. We do have a lot to read. Let's read this one. Mr. Putter and Tabby spill the beans. We love a good Mr. Putter and Tabby spill the beans. Mindy, that's exactly why we do it. Because of the joy, the moment of joy that we can feel. Lauren, it's still technically fall until late December. True. We're rushing. We're trying to get every part of the last pulp. The pulp and the juice out of the holidays. All I want for Christmas is for my landlord to leave me alone. Oh, Barbie, what's going on? Yeah, doesn't it? It's just a moment of joy, a moment of feeling, a moment of joy, a moment of happiness. You just look at the decorations and the lights. When after the live is over, I turn everything off. The Christmas lights stay on. It's dark, and I just kind of look at it. It's so pretty. It's safe. I wish I could escape into it and hide and live in there forever. Mm-hmm. We love a good orange. We love a good orange. Mr. Putter and Tabby spill the beans. We got Tabby inside this thing. Georgia Peach, right? Oh, look at Mrs. T-Berry. Mrs. T-Berry, she's in it as well. Chapter 1, Neighbors. Mr. Putter and his fine cat, Tabby, lived next door to Miss T-Berry. We love this couple. And her good dog, Zeke. They were all good friends and neighbors. They liked doing things together. They took long walks, and they had tea. Mm-hmm. Mindy, you haven't heard of Mr. Putter and Tabby? This is a really good series. This author, Cynthia Rylant, she's really good. She does a very good, like, cozy, traditional, like, children's book. And even though this is meant for kids, the relationship between his cat and him and Mrs. T-Berry, it's got some, like, little adult nuances in it that when you're an adult and you read it, you kind of get a little bit of pleasure out of it. I know, right, Georgia Peach? You never know. I think Mr. Putter is kind of clueless. Miss T-Berry's the one that kind of runs things. And sometimes they tried new things. The new things sometimes worked out, and sometimes they didn't. But every new thing was an adventure. We love when the senior citizens, when the retired community gets together and they find like-minded activities to do. Chapter 2, New and Fun. One day, Miss T-Berry called Mr. Putter and said she had an idea for something new to try. Something new and fun, she told him. Atta girl, that's Miss T-Berry. You want to know who Miss T-Berry is? This is it. One day, Miss T-Berry called Mr. Putter and she said she had an idea for something new to try. Something new and fun. Mm-hmm. We love Miss T-Berry. She needs her own series. Mr. Putter was trying to fix his faucet. It was drippy. When Tabby tried to sleep in the sink, the water dripped on her head. I hope the new and fun thing fixes faucets, said Mr. Putter. So he's working. Miss T-Berry in her slippers. And there's Mr. Putter. Oh, it's more fun than that, said Miss T-Berry. It's a cooking class. Love it. A cooking class, asked Mr. Putter. A cooking class did not sound like something new and fun to him. Are you sure about the fun part? Asked Mr. Putter. Of course, said Mrs. T-Berry. Trust me. Yeah. Of course, said Mr. T-Berry. Trust me. Mrs. T-Berry, she's got some hidden agendas. When he hung up the phone, Mr. Putter thought about the many times he had trusted Mrs. T-Berry. She got him on a roller coaster. Mrs. T-Berry, she had some alternative motives. She's crafty. I'm still not sure about the fun part, he told Tabby. Tabby just purred. The faucet wasn't drippy anymore. She could nap until things became new and fun. Yeah, very young at heart. Miss T-Berry, she's making up for lost time. 100 ways. Mr. Putter and Tabby drove to the cooking class with Miss T-Berry and Zeke. Are you sure the class is only beans? Asked Mr. Putter. Yes, said Miss T-Berry. We are going to learn 100 ways to cook them. Are you sure the class is only beans? We are going to learn 100 ways to cook them. Oh, goodness. I know, right, Georgia Peach? A heart attack. She is going to give him a heart attack. Oh, my gosh. Probably some very cholesterol beans, too. Mr. Putter looked at Tabby. He did not want to learn 100 ways to cook beans. What he wanted was an ice cream soda. He wanted an ice cream soda with strawberry ice cream and cherry on top. He did not want beans. He did not want 100 ways to cook them. This is what Mr. Putter's thinking about. Do you blame him? But he wanted to make Miss T-Berry happy, and sometimes their new things worked out. When they had gone to the hair show, he had won a case of shampoo that made a very good doorstop. And when he had gone to the bug festival, he'd seen a whole new side of Tabby. Mr. Putter would make the best of the beans. So they went to a hair show or a blowout with those beans. Yes, definitely. A case of shampoo. She got him into those shenanigans. Chapter 4, The Beans. The cooking class had many students. Mr. Putter and Miss T-Berry were the only ones who brought pets. Oh, okay, so got a whole bunch of people there visiting. The teacher said Tabby and Zeke were welcome, but they had to stay under the table. Okay. Yeah, people are pretty picky and feisty about bringing pets and mixing it with food. Mr. Putter did not think Zeke could stay anywhere longer than 2 minutes, but he didn't tell the teacher that. He also didn't tell the teacher that he wanted ice cream soda. He told himself to think about beans. Only beans. Beans. This is going to be great. You can already tell something's going to happen. There's Mr. Putter being dragged along. One of Mrs. T-Berry's smart ideas. Granola. When the teacher showed the class the first way to cook beans, Mr. Putter was wide awake. Tabby was purring, Zeke was scratching, and Miss T-Berry was taking notes. First way to cook the beans. They were wide awake. Okay, they were into it. These guys are look at Mrs. T-Berry tacos. She's taking notes. When the teacher showed the class the 7th way to cook beans, Mr. Putter was yawning, Tabby was purring, Zeke was sniffing, and Miss T-Berry, she was taking notes. Lima bean ginger snaps. And when the teacher showed the class the 14th way to cook beans, Mr. Putter was snoring, Tabby was snoring, Zeke was chewing on somebody's granola bar, and Miss T-Berry taking notes. Miss T-Berry, she really wanted to know how to cook beans 100 ways. Then the woman who owned the granola bar that Zeke was chewing on decided she needed a snack. She reached under the table to put her hand in her purse, but her hand did not go into her purse. Her hand went into Zeke's sloppy, crunchy, gooey, wet mouth full of granola. Yeah, still got 80 more ways to cook them beans. They have a long night ahead of them. So there's Zeke. The lady went to go grab that granola and she got that big tongue instead. The woman screamed. Zeke barked. Everybody jumped. The table tipped and beans started flying. Uh-oh, this is where the chaos begins. And look at these clogs. It's so funny that they have clogs on there. It takes a lot of beans to teach a class about 100 ways to cook them. And it is amazing where beans can land once they start flying. All of a sudden, Mr. Putter and Tabby were wide awake. Miss Teaberry had stopped taking notes. Zeke was eating the first and the seventh way to cook beans, and the teacher had fainted. These are some great lines. It takes a lot of beans to teach a class about 100 ways to cook them. Cynthia Rylant, she's really good. She knows all the subtleties. It looked as if this was going to be one of those new things that didn't quite work out. The chef ended up feigning. Teaberry dipping the beans on him. At the ice cream parlor, Miss Teaberry helped Mr. Putter pick beans out of his collar. Mr. Putter helped Miss Teaberry pour beans in her purse, and Tabby and Zeke helped each other with a banana split. So he ended up getting his ice cream after all. At least I learned 14 ways to cook beans, said Miss Teaberry. And I learned how to sleep standing up, said Mr. Putter. They always look for the positive. Mr. Putter, he got his ice cream sodas. They both took a sip from their ice cream sodas. They both looked at Tabby and Zeke. And they stayed under the table, said Mr. Putter. Yes, said Mrs. Teaberry, at least while it was still standing. They're reminiscing about their day. The end. Mr. Putter and Tabby's Philippines. This is a really good one. This is a good story. You can never go wrong with a Mr. Putter and Tabby. You can never go wrong. All right, we started the live with A Dance with Santa Claus 1. And then we just finished up Mr. Putter and Tabby's Philippines. This is a good one too. I'm going to go with 2. What's everybody thinking in the comments section? Georgia Peach, you gave that one a 10. Yeah, that one was funny. Who knew that you could do all of those things with beans? Lauren 2. Stacy 2. Cat Mama 10. You gave that one a 10. Yeah, that one's a good one. Especially for cat mamas. Cat lovers. I have 2 of my own. That's why I like reading them. So they're funny. Whitwee 2. My Pocket Journal, welcome in. All right, let's continue in the stacks, see what we can find. This one's called Moving Day. I forgot about this one. This one looks like it's going to be a really fun one. So we get 2 Christmas ones and then 2 regular ones. It's moving day. My family marches out. See you soon, they say. So, moving day. Look at how pretty this cover is. Look at these houses in the back. We didn't take a full glance at them. So this house is moving. It's got its luggage. But look at this one. This one's pretty. It's like a little New Orleans cottage with the little flowers on the windows. So it's moving day. Oh, this one came out this year. This is a new one. But I don't want to move. I've been here my whole life, over 100 years. Besides, I'll miss the jingle-jangly melody of the ice cream truck when it arrives every day at 3 p.m. So maybe they're taking the house. Maybe they're going to put it on a big trailer and move it over. I feel a lug and a tug, and I'm lifted from my foundation. Oh, yeah. Imagine doing this. So they're going to take a trailer, lift up the house, and then move it. Kay Williams, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. And then look at all the other little cute townhouses in the neighborhood. Yes, Georgia Peach. Isn't that interesting? And it even has luggage too. I take up the entire street. Buildings on either side stare in disbelief. I glance down, unable to meet their eyes. Oh, they're saying goodbye. So there she is, the house. Hey, Allison Carey, welcome in. Allison Carey, how's it going? We haven't seen you in a while. How's school going? No, I think you finished. I think you said you finished. Getting driven down the street, and there's some. She has to say goodbye to all the houses. She's got her eyes closed. Hey, Sarah, welcome in. Oh, people, look at her purse. Interviewing lots of places, going well, but it's taking forever. Oh, okay, good luck. We're going to send you good vibes and some prayers for a good job to start the new year with. Look at how pretty this purse is, these greens and reds. That would be actually really interesting to see. Some material like that. The police led the way, and when the truck starts to pull me down the street, everyone cheers. Kids ride their bicycles in zigzag patterns behind me and ring their bells. It's almost like a parade. Case and Helwig, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. Welcome in. So there's all the moving vehicles. They're continuing down the street, continuing their journey. I wonder where they're going to move it to. We move sluggishly slow. I teeter, I totter. This is very creative. Therese Marie, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate that. And when we start to turn the first corner, the crowd holds its breath. Can you imagine if you're doing this and your tree and your house falls over? Scary. I make it. The movers give each other high fives. The crowd whoops and hollers. Look at she's enjoying it. Case and Helwig, welcome in. Yeah, we're here to relax, and we're here to heal our inner child, and we're here to celebrate the Christmas season. On the next street, there's a sign blocking my way. We stop for workers in bright-colored vests to remove it. After we pass, they put it back where it belongs. Right now, I wish I was back in my spot. So the little details about moving a house, you have to move the street sign out of the way. We stop again for tree trimmers to clip branches that hang too low. The birds do not look pleased. I want to say sorry. I wish I could make myself smaller. I love this. This is probably somebody who is, the author is probably driving along the street one day, saw all of this, just kind of mesmerized by it. Why don't I write a book about that? A children's book. And just when I think I'm safe, I wallop into a light pole. Oh, I feel so bruised and battered. When will this be over? But then we come to a huge, steep hill. So it wasn't able to clear the light post. Good look at its shoes. We love in children's literature when they use the whole page. So she's got to clear that hill. And you've got all the houses along the rows here. And look at these pretty trees here on the side here. Dogs barking, children playing, the kids on their bikes, all stop to stare as I move slowly, carefully, cautiously down the hill. Okay, so we're making our way down the hill. Let's see what happens. Look at the eyes. The house's eyes. At the bottom, the crowd claps. The kids on bikes ring their bells. There are even reporters. I can't believe all of this is for me. But where is my family? I don't see them anywhere. Then a smile spreads across my face, and I stand taller on the trailer because. So lots of activity going on in this picture. So as she's going down the hill, you have everybody in the neighborhood just celebrating. You got the news reporters, you've got the elderly, kids, cameramen, more news, the local gay couple cheering on, more news reporters. A very chic neighborhood. They are waiting for me in my new spot. Aw, this is where she's traveling. These little pictures in the trees. Really love it. And then the little family there. I feel another lug and tug, then I settle in. I'm going to miss my old neighborhood, but when my family marches in, I hear the ice cream truck with its jingly, jangly melody. Look at the new neighborhood that she's moved into. Isn't that fun? A brick home. These old Victorian type style homes. This one has a little patio at the top there. Thank you so much, Lauren, for that. I appreciate that. I know I will be fine. Aw, look at that. This one has really pretty pictures in it. Really love the gorgeous illustrations. Quirky, but very detailed though. The end. Oh guys, it's based off a true story. The Englander house moving to its new home. The photograph is from San Francisco Chronicle, Hearst newspaper. Oh, okay. So the author's note. This story was inspired by the 139-year-old San Francisco Victorian house that was relocated in 2021. Built in 1882, the earthquake. Instead of tearing down the home to build a planned condominium complex, the developer decided to move the 133-ton, 80-foot-long building. It took almost 8 years to plan the move, as 15 city agencies had to be involved to moving parking meters, traffic signs, and overhead utility lines, trim lines, and redirect traffic. Oh, Farron, have you heard about this one? Only in California. The house was hydraulically lifted like an elevator off its foundation, loaded onto a flatbed trailer, and towed by a truck. It was pulled around street corners and down hills at 1 mile per hour. It took 4 hours to reach its resting place 6 blocks away. Like the one in this story, as well as apartment buildings, churches, and schools, dates back to the 1860s and was fairly common in the early 1900s. These dated because of development, street reorganization, the construction of freeways, and public transportation. Very cute. Hey, John, welcome in. The end. Isn't that cool, Farron? I know. This is why we love reading children's literature. This is why we learn little tidbits, little nuggets of knowledge about, a house in San Francisco that was moved. That's why we love reading children's lit. It's not a lot to think about. It's very easy to read, entertaining pictures, but a really good jumping off point for research. Mm-hmm. John, isn't that fun? We started out with a dance from Santa Claus. Little did we know that Zooey Deschanel was the one that wrote wrote this song. Mr. Putter and Tabby spill the beans. We love a good Mr. Putter and Tabby. Cynthia Rylant, she's a great author. And then Moving Day. This is a 2025 release. A 2025 release. Hey, Princess, welcome in. Yeah, that's based on a true story. Very true. Really good. You guys are getting really good titles tonight. Really good titles tonight. All right. Let's look back in the stacks and see what we can find. Let's see if we can find any other new titles that we have not read. Our pickings are slim. I gotta do our library haul this week. Gotta return these. Let's do this one. King and King. This one's gonna be a great one. You can already tell. Look at that king. King and King. I'm interested in this title here. Look at that end page. Great end page. I know what this book is gonna be about. Yes, we love a good platform. King and King. We love a good platform. We love a good royal coat. This picture tells us all. Oh, it about read into the West. Oh, I love that, Shelby. It's such a great story. I love that. Thank you so much for that. For letting me know. I really appreciate that. I'm pretty sure they're gonna really love it too. King and King. This came out in 2000. 25 years old. On the tallest mountain above the town lived a queen. The young crown prince and the crown kitty. The queen had ruled for many long years, and she was tired of it. She made up her mind that the prince would marry and become king before the end of the summer. So on the tallest mountain above the town lived a queen, the young crown prince and the crown kitty. This is very quirky. The queen had ruled for many long years, and she was tired of it. She made up her mind that the prince would marry and become king before the end of the summer. Uh-oh. I think Mom's gonna find something out. Wake up, called the queen. We're going to have a little talk, you and I. Okay, so there's the queen, there's the mom, all in her royalty. And I think that's supposed to be the king, or the prince. Yeah, there's the prince. Look at, he's like, oh, my aching head. And then the royal cat. That's all there is to it. Guys, look at this picture. She's definitely had enough. You're getting married, and that's all there is to it. Marrying. That's all he hears. It's almost like collage paper. The prince pushed away his breakfast. He couldn't eat a bite as the queen talked on and on and on. I don't understand you. Every prince in these parts is married. Every one of them but you. When I was your age, I'd been married twice already. She is fed up. We know where this is going. There's the queen. I think she has, there's like all these like metaphors here. This one's got his arm around. She's asking, why aren't you married yet? By evening, all that talking had made the prince dizzy. Well, very well, mother. I'll marry. I must say, though, I've never cared much for princesses. to your future happiness. She's not listening to him. She's on her own schedule and her own journey. Miss Nelson. Right, Princess? She does, huh? I wonder if it's the same Linda DeHaan and Stern Najlant. That night, the queen found her list of princesses and called every castle, alcazar, and palazzo near and far. The very next morning, a crowd waited at the gates. Okay, so she's going to get him married. She called every castle, alcazar, and palazzo. We love a good moon in children's literature. So the next morning, there was a lot of people waiting at the gate. Let's see what happens. This is really interesting. Princess Arya from Austria sang a thunderous opera for the prince. No sooner had she finished than she was shown the door. So Prince Arya from Austria. She didn't make the cut. There's the prince. He's like, I don't think so. Princess Dolly had flown all the way from Texas with her special magic act. The crown kitty was happy to assist, but the queen and the prince were not amused. Oh, okay. So she didn't make the cut either, but she's kind of cute though. Let me lower the volume next a little bit. Switch over. Next came the funny little princess from Greenland. The prince didn't hit it off with her either. I love her. Team Princess Dolly. So he really didn't mind when his page promptly fell in love with her. Oh, okay. So she ended up with somebody. Boy, those long arms will certainly come in handy when waving to the people, said the prince. As fast as her elegant legs could carry her, Prince Raj Mashputin from Mumbai stormed out of the palace. Okay. So far, nobody's taking the cut. The queen and the prince looked at one another sadly. None of this was quite what they had expected. Wait, called the page. There is one more princess. Presenting Princess Madeline and her brother, Prince Lee. So she's got Prince Madeline and her brother. Quote unquote, her brother. At last, the prince felt a stir in his heart. It was love at first sight. This book is too much. So there's the princess, but there's her brother. Hi. I love it. What a wonderful prince. What a wonderful prince. Aww. And there's the sister. Oh my gosh, that is too cute. The mom, she is not having it. It is, Lauren, for 2000. The wedding was very special. The queen even shared a tear or two. But it's funny because it's almost, what do you call it? The idea of showing these princesses, it's almost politically incorrect. So it's already had its first cycle, falling out of favor. And there's the two princes married. Look at those colors though. I really love these earth tones. These yellows and browns and tans and neutrals. The two princesses are known as King and King. The queen finally has some time for herself. And everyone lives happily ever after. Look at the the one girl here. She got her man. And they all lived happily. The end. Met at art school at a paper mill. In addition to being talented artists, Linda and Sir are expert sandcastle builders. This is their very first picture book. The and King and King. I love this book. This is really good. It's very creative. The illustrations and the painting, amazing. All right, let's go ahead and take a vote. We started out with A Dance with Santa Claus 1. You guys got very worldly cultural books. Deschanel, Zoe Deschanel. Mr. Putter and Tabby Spill the Beans. Moving Day. And King and King. Let's take a vote 1 through 4. I'm going to have to say I enjoyed Moving Day. I think Moving Day of the 4 was really good. I think the illustrations and then the historical story behind it made it really good. Lauren 4, Shelby 4. Let's see what everybody is thinking tonight. Teresa Marie, Moving Day. That one was really good. Alrighty, tomorrow is Project Wednesday. Just as a reminder for those of you who just joined us, tomorrow we're going to be making decorative wreath decorations. You're going to be coloring, you're going to be deciding, choosing between the color of your wreath. We can paint that silver, we can paint it gold, or we could paint it pink. We're going to be working with metallics. And then you'll string your little lights on there. We have presents. We could either do this design or we could glue the presents around or here at the top. And then we're going to get a little template. I didn't finish the template, but I'm going to give you guys a choice of templates. East Coast wants to do a Grinch styled one, so they're going to get a Grinch picture, and we'll probably end up coloring it mostly green with green glitter as a theme. Isn't that cute? Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for the 12K 1,000 likes. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody has a good night. Sleep tight. Tomorrow is Project Wednesday. We will start with one book and then go into the... Do me a favor. Go into my profile, pick a post, and share it with your feed. Most likely I've been posting some of the new Joey King illustrations. So if you can choose any of those... Let me lower this light here. If you could choose any of these Joey King ones that I've just posted and share them with your audience. If your child feels alone, a story can help them feel seen. This one is teach boys resilience when they're young or they'll chase it their whole lives. And then it'll all be okay, Joe. These are all scenes from my children's book, Joey King and the Fragile Figurine. These are the beginning illustrations. So I've been posting those. So if you can share those with your life so we can get the message out. Thank you guys so much for everything, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.